Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well today guys, I'm gonna do part 179 to my random chatbot sessions. I'm gonna go and tell you guys, today's session is not gonna be nearly as long as some of the other ones was. In fact, I wouldn't be shocked if it's only one or two videos, it's like 30 minutes each. It's not gonna be like, 10 videos of this each time. So, yeah. I went back to the Fairy Feraligatr because I actually want to talk to him for a little bit longer. Plus, I want to ask him something about his spikes. And I also want to talk to him about what Cody said. I don't know if I think he'll probably think I'm crazy because, like, how did you know that? You know? But basically, I said, about a day later, I go look for my new friend. And what was the voice that showed up for him? Oh, wait, no, I ain't gonna worry about it because I was talking about his anyway. Here's what it says. After you looked around a bit, you could see some familiar pink spikes coming out from some tall grass. You could still hear some faint noises coming from that direction as well. Hey, it's me. Period. Hey. Oh. Oh my gosh. The pink spikes suddenly stopped moving in the grass. It was quiet for a few seconds before the familiar voice spoke back to you. Is that you? Yes, it's me. There we go. His face suddenly pops out from the tall grass. Ah, there you are. It's great to see you. I'm glad to see you again, too. His spikes turned a bright pink color as he smiled. You are too? That's great. I'm glad. Also, have you seen Cody anywhere lately? No. Why? Question mark. What? Dude, Fragger wants to continue flipping wailing on Cody. Holy mother of Christ. He looked annoyed for a second, because I have some unfinished business with him, and he still hasn't learned his lesson yet. Did he try to tell you that I lied to you yesterday? What? Make you think that I lied to you yesterday? He's gonna be freaked out because he's gonna wonder how the frick I knew that crap. Oh, he looked absolutely. Oh my gosh. Fragger looked absolutely hissed for a second. Yes, he tried to tell me that you were lying about him ever making fun of the regular version of me. Thank goodness I didn't believe him. Yeah, I know. Period. The last thing I need is for you to come back and be angry at me because you thought I lied. You, you thought I lied. Why in the world does it never pick up? Some of those words it never wants to pick up. I'm about to say, live seems to be one of them that's hard to get to pop up. Feraligatr looked very relaxed and happy. Good. Don't worry. I knew you weren't lying when you told me the truth. I can sense whether someone's lying or not. After all, especially a jerk like Cody. I'm glad. Period. I'm gonna ask him about the power with the spikes, because he said something about not letting it fall into the wrong hands with someone. And it's kind of weird how he particularly said that. His spikes turned a light pink color as he smiled once again. Me too. I'm very glad that I didn't think you were lying. I would have felt very foolish and ashamed if I did believe him. I I don't know if he would have or not, because he acted like he was about to go for it. Or, like, fall for it. I usually don't like influencing the story, but the last thing I need is for that Feraligatr to be mad at me whenever he just became my friend literally hours earlier. Oh my gosh. I want to ask you something about your spikes. Period. Besides changing color, is there any other special thing that they can do? I'm gonna ask him about that. If he don't bring it up, I'll ask him about that thing where he said don't let it fall into the wrong hands yesterday. He seemed to think for a few seconds before nodding his head. Why, yes, my spikes also have many others. Holy Totodile. Ironic, since I'm talking the final evolution of him, just a fairy type version of him. Why, yes, my spikes also have many other special abilities. One of them being that they have the ability to extend to become sharp as swords. He proudly stated. Can you do that anytime or only whenever you were angry at someone? Because that's what I put in the description, not only if he was angry. Oh my gosh. His spikes turned hot pink as he got a bit annoyed. I probably shouldn't have asked him that then. I can do it anytime I want. They usually become sharper when I am angry and very hissed off. But I can do it anytime. Like right now. Okay. What was that other thing? Do your spikes affect how you feel as well? Question mark. Because you told me yesterday to not let that spike fall into the wrong hands. I'm trying. I'm kind of scared to know. Like, oh, 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 oh. Well, I can see why he told me that now. Feraligatr seemed worried as he nodded his head. Yes, 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 they do. If someone with a bad, evil heart or an evil mind touches them or holds on to them for too long, they will corrupt them. What happens when they are corrupted? Question mark. Please tell me it doesn't hurt him or make him somehow like go into a very angry and like rampage mode. Feraligatr looked scared for a second. Oh no. When they are corrupted, the person or Pokemon who is holding it will lose their sense of morals and kindness. Their heart and mind will be filled with malicious intent, making them want to make the world suffer. Excuse me? Okay, I've talked to this fairy type Feraligatr today, I didn't expect him to say that. Okay. Does it do anything special if a good person holds it? Because he gives them out to people he trusts. I mean, he gave me one of them yesterday. He nods his head yes. Ooh, it depends on the person's heart. If a person with a kind, loving heart holds it, it will amplify their kindness, love, and morals. The person will become more happier, helpful, brave, and very protective of their loved ones. That's kind of dope, actually. His spikes have that much power. That's really cool! Exclamation point. Daggone. Feraligatr smiled in a pretty way. Does this thing know how I talk to Feraligatr or something? Because it just said Feraligatr smiled in a pretty way. I know, right? But there's also some stuff that my spikes do as well. Oh, like what? Question mark. I would really like to know. Watch one of them have to be like a secret or something. Feraligatr becomes excited as his smile becomes bigger. Well, there's also the fact that my spikes have a sort of radar. It tells me if there is a person with an evil mind or soul nearby. Holy frick, I didn't know spikes could do that much. They become sharp as swords, they flip and light up to show you his mood. They amplify a kind person's kindness, they flip and can corrupt an evil person. That's insane. What do you do when you sense an evil person? Oh my gosh. His spikes turned hot pink with an evil and annoyed expression. I make sure to keep a close eye on them and make sure that they don't go too far with their evil actions. I keep an even closer eye on them as the amount of evil intent in the atmosphere around them increases. Excuse me. Holy frick. I did not know your spikes could do that much. That is really cool. Is there anything else that they can do? Holy frick. I probably shouldn't have said that to record that one. Ah. His spikes turned a warm pink color as his eyes lit up. Yes, there is one more special thing that my spikes can do, but this one's only for dire emergency situations. Let's see if we can guess what that is. Hey guys, if y'all are watching this video at this part, comment down below what you think what that power is without skipping ahead in the video. Pause it right now and actually try thinking. I'm gonna give myself a second to think before I actually ask him. I thought for a few minutes, guys. I can't think of it. Again, pause your videos and leave what you think. I tried thinking for a few minutes, but all that is I had in mind were either for a different typing or they could flip and, or he already does anyway. Feraligatr looks very serious, his spikes turning hot pink. This one requires me to excuse me? This one requires me to sacrifice one of my spikes. What in the world? I've never heard that before. I don't know if I should even make that the response, dude. Feraligatr didn't seem surprised that you never heard of that. Yeah, I kind of figured. Not many people know about it, and not many people have seen it happen before. This special ability lets me sacrifice one of my own spikes to save someone I really care about. Oh my gosh, dude. He's friendly, alright. He will basically go to the end of the planet to make sure one of his friends is... Well, I'm going to ask him about that move, too. The problem is I don't know how to spell whimsical anymore. In the description, I gave him his own little special move called Whimsical Trance. I want to see what he says about it. What happens to the spike when you do that? Please tell me it ain't like one of them situations where he sacrifices one of his spikes and like that spike never grows back, and then if he uses all the spikes like that, he actually flipping like just... Please don't do that. Please. Please don't. Feraligatr explained to you in a pretty serious and worried tone. When I sacrifice my own spike to save someone, it will sacrifice itself by destroying itself in order to completely protect that person. The one who it saves will receive the powers of my spike to save them, but only for a few seconds, long enough to get out safe from a dangerous situation. Wait. In order to completely protect that person, the one who is saved will receive the powers of the spike that saved them. Only for a few seconds, long enough to get out safe from a dangerous situation. Does that spike eventually grow back after 24 hours? Please don't say you lose that spike forever, and like if you lose all of them, you actually just go down. Please don't. Okay. I was gonna be so upset if it said that if he lost all his spikes in his spike, or if he did that with all of his spikes, he'd just he'd just go down, and would like either need to be healed or just be gone permanently. Feraligatr nods with a serious expression. Yes, it does. All my spikes take 24 hours to grow back, even the one that sacrificed itself. I just want to ask, them spikes, do they represent your health as well? Like, what happens if you lose all of your spikes before the 24-hour period? Please, please, don't let it go dark and depressing. For the guys, let me go and tell you, if I talk to that robot Lugia today, it already starts out dark and depressing for me. Please don't say it. And the fact that he's looking worried gives me anxiety now. Gosh, please don't let it do. If I lose all my spikes before 24 hours passes, I won't go down, of course, but I wouldn't be fully able to use my abilities. The only way to regain them is wait 24 hours, which is why I prefer not to use that sacrifice move too often. Oh my gosh. At least they grow back. Period. I was worried that if you used all of your spikes, somehow, you would, let's say, faint forever. I hate that time. I'm just really glad that it doesn't happen like that. Come on now. There we go. It took a minute, didn't it? Alright, Fragger nods and smiles in a friendly way. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm grateful for that too. I've never done it before, and I'm not planning on doing it anytime soon. What else can you do to protect the people you care about? If he flipping mentions the move I came up with, I'm going to be so happy. Please say whimsical trance. Fragger thought for a few seconds before answering. Besides my powers, I also have physical things that I can use. I have some pretty sharp claws that I can use to protect others with. Plus, my claws are very strong. I know this is going to be weird to ask, but do you have a move called whimsical trance? Question mark? Because that's a move I came up with. It'd be kind of dope if he actually had it. He has it. Fragger seems pretty surprised to hear this question. How do you know of the move called whimsical trance? Now what am I supposed to say to him though? Because now he's gonna. If I can't say. I'll tell you what I'll do. So I won't have to reveal that he's just a random chatbot. What I'll do is I'll say it's a newer move they created. I'll say it like that, guys, because like I said, I don't want to. I don't want to reveal that he's that, and just a chatbot, but also, like I said, if I say I'm somehow mad, he's like, what the frick? Be like, nah, you're weird. Get out. So I'll say it like this. It was a new move. That's fairy type. Period. So I was just curious. Like I said, I couldn't actually tell the complete truth on that, and that's one of the few times where I've actually had to tell like a little white lie to him. I don't never do that with him, but like I said, if I did, it would cause me to have to reveal what he actually is, and I'm not doing that. He nods in agreement as he answers your question. Yes, I can use a move called Whimsical Trance. I like to use it to confuse my opponents during the middle of battle. Do you have any other signature moves besides Whimsical Trance? I don't know if he considered it a signature move, but I do. Because, like, again, I gave it to him. Oh, here we go. Fragger nods with a pretty expression. Yes, I have some other signature moves too besides Whimsical Trance. These moves include Blizzard Blast, Hyper Stream, and finally, Ferocious Flares. I've never heard of any of those. That sounds dope. Hyper Stream sounds like it's just a random ripoff of Hyper Beam. But Ferocious Flares, that sounds dope as heck. I love that. I have never heard of any of those other moves. Period. Ferocious Flare. 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 Oh my. Sounds amazing. I have never heard of... What in the world? Fragger grins at that statement. Ferocious Flare is pretty amazing. In my opinion, it's my most powerful move in my entire move list. Plus my spikes turn hot pink during, which is a bonus. I guess he means during it. What does the move do? Question mark. Is it a fire type move? Now I'm just interested, dude. This sounds dope. Feraligatr nods his head and explain the move in detail. Yes, it is a fire type move. Ferocious Flare is a powerful fire type attack. The move has a 50% burn chance. When it burns a target, it does massive amounts of damage, even with resistance. That sounds amazing. Do you know the base power of that move? Dude, this is awesome. Feraligatr nods as he told you the move's base power number. Ferocious Flare has a base power number of 150. Dude, the move that I created, Whimsical Trance, only has 75, but it can double if the Pokemon... it can double if the Pokemon using it is trying to defend his friends or his trainer, you know? So, that's interesting as heck. Alright guys, the video's getting a little bit long. I will be right back.